Alrighty, hi, hello. I'm finally getting around to doing this. So basically this is the first video of me actually talking, and which is quite surprising. I didn't think I would do anything like this, but I'll try and do more in the future when I actually have a microphone. But for now I'm just using a headset recording on my phone and then importing it over. In this video I'm putting S14 gauges, just standard option gauges, into my S13 Silvia. It's purely for visual. Gauges aren't wired up at all, mainly because I don't need them. All my factory gauges work. The S14 boost gauge only goes up to maybe like 0.8 bar. My car runs 1.4 bar constantly. But it made a nice visual touch to the interior, so I quite liked them. And I brought them from an up garage for like $20, which was really cheap. But they didn't come with any of the sensors of the wiring, so that's probably why they were so cheap. I recorded this video a while back, but I never really got around to doing the whole talking thing, so please bear with me. I'm literally watching the video as I'm recording this because I can't remember what I did. You can probably even hear my laptop overheating in the background as I'm watching it on silent. But yeah, hopefully this video helps you install one into your car if you're even looking at doing it, but it was definitely really easy and it actually fit and lined up fine. The first thing I'm still going to need to do is to make sure that the gauges even fit through the plastic, so I just needed to hold the blank up against the face of the gauges just to make sure that it was going to slide its way through, and it was. It's about 1 mil smaller on each side, which is about perfect, it's about what I hoped for. There's a little bit of margin of error, so I just needed to pull the surround out, the plastic surround, so I could get at the screws to put it in, and it just pulls out at the bottom, pops out at the top. It should just be all clipped in. Then the next thing I needed to do was to actually pull out the metal surround that holds the radio on. When I went to go do this, I noticed that there was only a set of tabs at the top that was going to hold it on and not at the bottom, so it wasn't going to fit unless I cut the whole tabs off. But I did notice that there was 2 screw holes that I could switch the radio around with the gauges and put it on the bottom instead of having it on the top, because there's nothing actually holding it on the top. Those were just the tabs to hold the metal in. So I undid all the screws, the 4 screws on it, and pulled it out. And it all came out fine, and I noticed there was nothing behind it that was going to stop it from going down to the bottom, which was nice. There was just 2 screws in the side of the metal. And then I noticed that the tabs for the gauges were just too big, so I made sure that the screw holes and the wee pin that lines it up with the holes was actually going to fit, and it all did. But the plastic tabs were slightly too big. And then it was going to line up just fine with the metal surround as well. So I just marked it out with a pen on the back of it, so I knew I could sort of take it down and make it a little bit smaller, which I didn't do well apparently. I think it was a little bit too brittle to try and actually get smaller, but I gave it a good nudge. But it only cost me about $20 from an up garage, the set of gauges, so I'm not really too bothered about the plastic being broken. It does hold on there securely. I gave it a wee wiggle around and it's not going to move or squeak or anything, or rub against anything at all. But it all sat in there fine, how I sort of wanted it to. They're not wired up or anything, but they sort of look fine in there. Look better than what it was before with the plastic blank.